In part 4, we're going to focus on one specific word. If we look at this example, I worked here a year ago. The specific word we're going to focus on is this one, ago, because in Spanish there isn't a word for ago. What we do is we take our same formula, hace time que, and in order to create this effect of ago, what we use is a dot past. So the word ago, whenever you want to put that in your sentences, that's a trigger that you need to use a dot past with this formula at the end of this formula. If we take our verb to work, trabajar, how would you say I worked, the dot past? Trabajé, trabajé. Now to say I worked here a year ago, it would be hace un año que trabajé aquí. Here you can see the dot past. This is our formula, hace, time frame que. Then we have a dot past. And this is how we create this effect of ago. So a literal translation would be, it makes 1 year that I worked here, which in English we would say, I worked here a year ago. You can see this is how they're achieving the effect of this word ago, is by having a dot past here added to the formula. So I worked here a year ago, hace un año que trabajé aquí. How would you say I worked here 2 years ago? Hace 2 años que trabajé aquí. I worked here a week ago. Hace una semana que trabajé aquí. If we take the verb hacer, how would you say I did it as a dot in the past? Lo hice. Lo hice. Now try to say I did it a week ago. Hace una semana que lo hice. Here we have our dot past at the end of the formula in order to create this word ago in English. What about I called you a month ago? Hace un mes que te llamé. Here we have the verb llamar, which goes to llamé as a dot past. I called. And I called you, te llamé. I found it 2 days ago. Hace 2 días que lo encontré. The verb is encontrar, goes to encontré, and here's our it. So I found it 2 days ago. It makes 2 days that I found it. What about I bought it 2 years ago? Hace 2 años que lo compré. I sold it 3 days ago. Hace 3 días que lo vendí. The verb to sell is vender, and it's an ER verb, so it goes to vendí in a dot past. So again, it makes 3 days that I sold it. How would you say I told him a month ago? Hace un mes que le dije. So in every instance, we have our standard formula followed by a dot past. Let's finish by working through some of the other angles. So sticking with our verb trabajar, to work. If we want to say I worked, right, dot past, we know that it's trabajé. For you worked, be trabajaste, and he, she, or it worked, trabajó. Then we have we worked, which is the same as the present tense, trabajamos. And finally, they worked, we get the aron sound, trabajaron. So we have trabajé, trabajaste, trabajó, trabajamos, and trabajaron. How would you say you worked here a year ago? Hace un año que trabajaste aquí. She worked here a year ago. Hace un año que trabajó aquí. We worked here a year ago. Hace un año que trabajamos aquí. They worked here a year ago. Hace un año que trabajaron aquí. So this is how we get this word ago, because we don't have any literal translation for it directly in Spanish. So we get it by using the formula and adding a dot past of a verb at the end.